All right, before we start, here are the visuals that we're getting right now. As I mentioned earlier, Prime Minister Modi and top government of India ministers attended the swearing-in ceremony of key NDA ally. We're talking about Chandrababu Naidu in Andhra Pradesh here. Chandrababu Naidu returned as the chief minister of the state. These are the live visuals that we're getting right now. There you can see Prime Minister Narendra Modi on your screens right now as well. The people of the state voted out the Jagannath Reddy-led YSRCP government and granted an overwhelming majority to the coalition led by veteran politician Chandrababu Naidu. On your screens right now, these are the live visuals that we're getting right now. Chandrababu Naidu with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The top government officials are currently in Andhra Pradesh. Chandrababu Naidu has returned as the chief minister. The state of Andhra Pradesh had witnessed a change of government, this time with overwhelming majority granted to the coalition led by veteran politician Chandrababu Naidu. There you can see a raucous crowd there as well. These are the visuals that we're getting right now from Vijayawada. Now, Chandrababu Naidu is a 74-year-old leader who has been a central figure in Andhra Pradesh's political landscape. He has served as chief minister for 3 terms and is widely credited for the infrastructure and technology-driven growth of undivided Andhra Pradesh until the year 2014. Telangana did not exist as a separate state. Telangana was carved out of Andhra Pradesh. These are the live visuals that we're getting right now. In Andhra Pradesh, the junior alliance partners were the BJP and Jana Sena party. The BJP, which fought on 10 seats, ended up winning 8 of them, and the Jana Sena party won 21 seats. Let's just give you a little brief about Chandrababu Naidu as well, who's returned as the chief minister in Andhra Pradesh. He's a 74-year-old leader who's been a central figure in Andhra Pradesh's political landscape. He served as chief minister for 3 terms. He's widely credited for infrastructure and technology-driven growth of Andhra Pradesh, undivided Andhra Pradesh until the year 2014. That's when Telangana did not exist. Now, as part of his cabinet, Chandrababu Naidu will have a team of 25 ministers, a mix of veterans, some fresh faces as well will be seen. This cabinet, it reflects the representation of various communities from across the social strata. The 25-member cabinet features 8 leaders from backward communities, 3 women, 12 leaders from influential communities in the state. As for the party-wise breakup as well, the Jana Sena party with 21 MLAs out of 175 would be getting 3 ministerial berths, while the BJP with 8 MLAs would be getting 1 ministerial berth. Now, of course, these are the live visuals that we're getting right now from Vijayawada. Now, for more on this, we're also being joined by our correspondent Siddharth MP. Siddharth, thank you so much for joining us. He's on the phone line with us. What can you tell us right now, Siddharth? We are getting these live visuals. We saw Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who is in Andhra Pradesh as well. Chandrababu Naidu has returned as the chief minister. What can you tell us?
See, in fact, this is the return of not just a chief minister, but what is essentially a kingmaker in Andhra Pradesh, because, Naidu is there with an overwhelming majority. The NDA in Andhra Pradesh, led by the TDP, of course, has got 164 of 175 seats, which means only 11 seats for the opposition. So that's kind of, unchecked power that Naidu has got, of course, democratically, because the people have voted him to power with that kind of a majority. So that's something that's very significant. And Naidu is not just a state leader, because now he's got, a significant say in the governance of India as well, because 16 of which parliamentarians offer support to Narendra Modi's government. And in fact, they are playing a crucial role in ensuring that this government actually continues. So this is the kind of importance that he has on the national stage. Of course, he had it multiple times before, but the last 10 years have not been such a great period for him. And in fact, there were many who were suspecting that it's over for his political career. But now, he's back at the age of 74 with power like never before. So this is the kind of scenario that Andhra Pradesh is witnessing right now, and that swearing in is also a message in itself, because it's not always that you have a prime minister and home minister and all the top brass attending a chief minister swearing in, that to an ally swearing in. But this time around, this goes on to show the importance of Naidu in the national scheme of things, and of course in Andhra Pradesh as a supreme leader and the chief minister there, given the kind of majority that he's got and earned himself.
Right, absolutely, Siddharth, you're absolutely right. He did play kingmaker this time around, and it's not always that you see the Prime Minister at the swearing-in ceremony of a Chief Minister and the top brass. You said that correctly. Now, I wanted to understand, he served as Chief Minister for 3 terms, is widely credited, as I mentioned earlier, for infrastructure and technology-driven growth of Andhra Pradesh. What sort of policies and mandates are we going to see this time around?
Now, it's not all rosy for him because he's actually, taking over a state that is facing crises on multiple fronts, be it the economy front, be it the front of jobs, and also not having a capital. So it was after the bifurcation of Andhra Pradesh into Andhra and Telangana that the capital city of Hyderabad, which Naidu built, as former chief minister earlier in the 90s. So that was a hub of IT, that was a hub of tech. In fact, that was seen as a model city with, all the global majors investing there. And it was sort of setting an example at a national level. But, Andhra, his vision, Naidu, has, in his previous term, his vision was to set up a grand capital city known as Amravati, but that didn't take off. And then later, of course, he was out of power for the last 5 years. So now his priorities would be jobs, economy, and also to ensure that the state has a capital city and also attract investments. So he'd have to essentially redo much of what he did earlier because, of course, that state is now a completely different one. That's Telangana. But now he'll have to redo pretty much what he had done earlier and rebuild Andhra Pradesh in a major way. And he has to do all of this in a limited span of time because 5 years is a short time to entirely rebuild a state and, establish a capital city and so on. So these are the priorities. At the same time, on the personal front, as a chief minister, as a father, he also has to ensure the political sustenance of his party because he sees his son, Nara Lokesh, as his political successor and political heir to the, party. So there also on that front, he has to work on ensuring that there is a political sustenance and continuation and smooth, flow of power in his party itself.
Right. Now, just for better understanding here, Siddharth, as well, as part of his cabinet, he will have a team of 25 ministers. From what we do know, it's going to be a mix of veterans, some fresh faces. Now, what does that reflect?
It reflects that the priorities have changed, and it reflects that Naidu has, a task cut out at his hand to, be able to have the old guard as well, and also bring in fresh faces. And also new representation from different communities. 3 women, close to 8 of them from backward communities. 8 of them from influential communities and around 10 of them from backward communities. So this goes on to show that, he wants to keep everyone along with him and not isolate any communities or even appear to be against any communities because he's got a majority like no other. So he'd want to placate everyone across the social and religious strata. So, in fact, there's a Muslim member, MLA, who's been elevated in his cabinet as minister. So this is the kind of thing that we're seeing where there is a certain balance and he wants to take everyone along because the task ahead for him as chief minister is not easy. He's got a majority and, unchecked power. But at the same time, the task cut out for him is very tough. So he would have to take everyone along, to ensure that he can take Andhra Pradesh to what it once was.
Right. Well, Siddharth, thank you so much. Siddharth, thank you so much for bringing us the latest on this. We'll, of course, continue to track all developments on that front. Thank you so much for your updates on this. For latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.